so welcome, and this is where we're going to start. Nice and easy, but with a few little bits of technique that you can do most days, okay, without actually thinking about exercising. So even though you're going to be doing every day, what we're doing today is maintenance, really. So I've got a golf ball. If you haven't got a golf ball, but you've got a tennis ball, and if you haven't done this before, a tennis ball is a little bit kinder than a golf ball, okay, because it can be quite painful on a golf ball. You can do this standing or sitting down. It's just taking a couple of minutes on each foot to slowly roll the ball forwards and backwards. So not to do this every day, a couple of times, maybe 3 times a week. We're just releasing any tightness in the fascia underneath the foot. Just rolling it forwards and backwards. Taking it throughout the whole of the foot, so rolling it to the inside of the foot, so it's really on the arch of the foot, and then rolling it to the outside of the foot. Taking it all the way up into the ball of the feet, and then underneath the ball of the big toe, press the ball just underneath the ball of the big toe, and then just bring the big toe back towards you. Getting some movement in the big toe. And then changing feet, rolling the foot forwards and backwards. Not sure if you can see me properly. Don't go too fast. Fascia doesn't release if you go too fast. And quite slowly. Get more of a length and a stretch. Taking it to the inside of the foot and the outside of the foot, all the way up to the toes and back to the heel. And then underneath the ball of the big toe, just on the fleshy part, placing the ball underneath there, press down and just bring the toe back towards you. Keep pressing down on the ball. Okay, let's just get some movement going in the foot to help release any tightness in the feet so we can get the ankle moving as well. Okay, so let's go into the inner range holds. As beginning first day, this is the post. As you can see, you can use a broom handle. I've got this in B&Q. Other hardware stores are available, I'm sure. Okay, so the back of the head touches the post, the heart line, where your bra line is, girlies. Heart line for the guys. And tailbone as well. So if you naturally tuck under, or if you aren't very strong here in the abdominals, the pelvis might just drop, and for this tightness here, you're using your rectus abdominis to bring the pelvic bone towards the chest. So keep the length pushing away in your tailbone. This is really tricky. Okay, it's just for feedback, really. It's just feedback so you know if you're in the right position or if you can feel your hips twisting. So hands go underneath the shoulders. Let's take the hair back so you can see what I'm doing. There's a hip bone distance between the knees and the feet as well. So you're going to slide one arm, not back like I'm doing, I'm just trying to move my post, in front of you and float it off the floor. So this is where some people tend to drop in the middle of the back. So stay lifted here in the middle of your back. Don't let the chest drop, so brace and pull in the abdominals, lift them up towards the ribs. Make sure your tailbone isn't tucking under. So holding for about 10 seconds, really reach along with your fingers and then slowly come back down. Now without shifting the weight from side to side, change arms. Reach through your fingertips, so you're really reaching for the wall in front of you. Make sure your head doesn't drop, push it back towards that post. Slowly release, change sides. Slowly release, change sides. Keeping that balance, making sure the middle of the post hasn't, your back hasn't dropped away from it. You're still touching the post. Relaxing the feet, reach through the fingers. And release. Last time on each side. We're doing 3. Float. Keep that head centred, the nose is in line with your chest bone so the head isn't twisting towards your arm. And release, change sides. Reach through those fingers. And release. Grab hold of the post and release. Well done. Okay, so you have the post touching here, here and here. There's a gap here where your lumbar spine is and a gap where the neck is. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to roll over. Oh, let's do the side. Okay, roll over onto your side. Okay, you can use a towel if you want to, depending on your neck muscles. If they're a little bit weak, the head might drop down like that, which creates tightness in the neck. So if that's the case, you want your head in line with your spine. Straighten the legs. Top leg is going to come in front and it rests in front of you. Now if you find that a little bit painful on the hips, again you can get a rolled up towel and place it underneath the knee, like that, which will lift it up slightly and support the leg. Okay, bottom leg is straight. Flex through the foot, so really push through the heel, lift the leg. So we're starting to work into the inner thighs, the adductors, which go all the way up into the pelvis, which helps to stabilise the pelvis. Slowly come back down, and again lift. Holding for about 10 seconds, watch your shoulders don't lift, and release, and lift. And release, I'm going to do 5, lift. Starting to shake a little bit. And release and lift. Woo. And release. Roll over onto your back. Move the towel away if you have one. Feet and knees in line with your hip bones. Back to that neutral position. So we've got a gap under the lumbar spine. Drop the ribs towards your hips. And then start to roll yourself up into a shoulder bridge. Reach through your knees. Make sure your ribs aren't higher than your hips. Drop the ribs down. Hold for 10 seconds. Shoulders back so you're not rounding the shoulders. Long neck. Roll yourself down through the spine. Middle of the back touches before your tailbone so you're not coming down with an arched back. Relax your toes. Back you go again. Ribs are soft. Hips are level. Shoulders wide. And then roll yourself down. And again, rolling up. Going to do 5. Holding for about 10 seconds. Rolling back down. 2 more. Lift. Reaching through the knees so the hips lift higher. Opening up the chest and relax the ribs. Rolling down. Last one. Really getting these glutes working. Touching your bum's optional. And rolling down. Lovely. Let's go over to the other side. Using that towel again if you want to. Reaching out long. Front knee, top leg in front, bottom leg straight. Lift the leg. Reaching through the heel of that bottom leg. Come back down. And again lift. Almost if you're pushing that wall away with a flat foot. Knee faces forward. Come back down. And again lift. Watch the shoulders down, and release, and lift. And release, last one, lift. And release. Lovely. Come over onto your hands and knees again. So keeping the same 3 curves of the spine. Okay, take one leg back behind you, float it off the floor, hold. You can push through the heel or point the foot, but try not to drop that hip or try not to twist. Slowly release, touch the floor and again lift. Try not to dip the back so the ribs stay in line with your hip bones. Keep lifting at the front top of the chest, middle of the shoulder blades, and release and lift. Squeezing the glutes so they're really strong on this side. And release. 2 more. Lift. And release. Last one. Lift. Change legs, lengthen. Squeeze the glutes, lift. Shoulders back. Try not to dip that back. Just imagine you've got that post on your back again, making sure the 3 points touch that post. And release, lift. And release, lift. And release, lift. Last one, release, lift, hold, keep breathing. And release. Come back into child's pose, feet together, knees away, reach forward with your fingers. And as you reach forward with your fingers, drop the shoulders down towards your hips, so you get a stretch under the arms. Walk the hands back to your knees and roll yourself up. Oh, and there you go. That's all there is to it, as they say. Inner range holds. So we're just working with the really small muscles in the arms, getting the shoulders to work rather than the bigger muscles that take over. So we're really focusing on stabilising the shoulder blades. 10 seconds, 3 on each side. And then the shoulder bridge, 10-second hold, doing 5 of those. The inner thighs, 10-second hold on each leg. Okay, have fun practicing and let me know how you get on. Any questions, send me a little message on mel.collier@live.co.uk, and tomorrow we'll get more into the mat work side of things and we'll really starting to work the abdominals and work the shoulders, and we'll do a lot more leg movements as well. Okay, take care.